Hi friend, if you are new to my channel, I talk all about beauty inside and out. What that entails is Christian encouragement when it comes to devotions, when it comes to makeup, when it comes to wellness and outfits. I love all the things, plus like family encouragement and home life, just more of a Christian lifestyle account. And I am new to YouTube. Okay, so none of my videos are edited because I don't have any software that will edit that long of a video. So just bear with me. I'm going to put my face on. We have church this evening, but I wanted to share my health story and a little bit of my health journey with you all because I am doing something really exciting starting November 1st. I'm going to tell you all about it. But fast forward to whenever I was in college. Rewind to whenever I was in college. I was 19. It was my senior year, and I was taking a lot of credits because I was trying to graduate a year early because my husband and I fell in love, and we really met and got engaged and wanted to be married within 18 months. So it was a really quick dating experience. We were both older. He was older. He was already finished with college. Anyways, to make a long story short, mono was going around the college, and I had actually drank from my sister's friend who was in her room who had mono. And so I was like, I guarantee it, I have mono. I was so tired, didn't feel like getting out of the bed, couldn't lose weight. I was engaged, so I was like exercising, trying to lose like an extra 5 pounds, I was always extremely active. I played basketball, volleyball in high school, love running. If we had had a track team, I would have definitely done the track team. So I found out when I went to the doctor that I was hypothyroid at 19, and it runs in my family. It's genetic, of course. So they put me on a medicine, and I was pretty much better, after like a few weeks of being on it. And then, so whenever I was pregnant with my oldest, I was just really, really tired all the time. Like, I know in pregnancy you get tired, but I'm talking about like when I woke up, like I didn't feel like I could get out of bed. I was having to take 2-hour naps. I would fall asleep at like 8 o'clock. Didn't want to get up till like 11 or 12. I mean, if I had the time to be at home and I could, I would just sleep because I was so tired. And then I felt guilty. And then you feel kind of like, feel bad, for sleeping in but I just felt like, and then when you get up, you're so dizzy. I don't know if any of you guys have been there, but dizzy, almost just kind of like, I don't even know what to do with myself, sort of kind of feeling. So that's how I felt. Then I wound up having 2 miscarriages after my oldest, and it was right going into the second trimester. And so they were really hard. I mean, had to go to the hospital, almost had to have blood transfusions, was there overnight with both of them. And anyways, so that's kind of that situation. Well, come to find out, my hormone levels, my progesterone levels were not rising like they should be. So I'm going to kind of skip all over that, and I might talk about that more in detail because that has more to do with pregnancy, health, and all that, and like infertility, and that sort of thing. Although it kind of all goes along together. But so I guess it was after it was either my 3rd or my 4th. I decided to go to a natural doctor because I was at my wit's end of feeling terrible with no energy, just like all the brain fog. I remember going to the coffee pot one afternoon. It wasn't even in the morning, and I just did not even remember how to make a cup of coffee. I had so much brain fog. I was like, I went to the pot of coffee, and I was just like, what do I do? Like, I had no idea. I had to like tell myself like, oh wait, I have to take the coffee filter out, put it in the trash can, start all over, sort of thing. So that's kind of where I was at. So I decided to go to this holistic doctor, and it's more like a wellness place where you can buy supplements and all the things, and you can talk to the doctor. She told me after having blood work done that I was nutritionally depleted, put me on vitamins and different things. Then it wasn't long after that I had decided to come off birth control, and I was not even on, I had the Mirena, so I didn't have any like hormones, or like nothing was like artificial like when it comes to like giving me hormones or anything like that. So after that, I had three miscarriages back to back. And so I started having cystic acne in here, like that would just come on my cheeks and it would just not go away. It was terrible. And I didn't have no clue what was going on. I'm like, why? Like, I've never had acne before, ever. Like, never had it when I was in high school, or when I was a kid, only maybe like the occasional one or two whenever I would start my period or something like that. So I was just like, I don't even know what to do with myself. Well, I remembered when I was on the progesterone cream, to help me be able to continue carrying my babies, I remember that my face would get so clear. And I was like, I'm going to just try this. So as soon as I got on the progesterone cream, I actually got pregnant again and was able to carry the baby, my fifth baby, Scarlett, to full term. And so, but needless to say, my acne didn't really clear up a whole lot. It did like a little bit, gave me a little bit of relief. But I started seeing a friend posting about her mom fuel. And I was like, what is this? And I kept watching. And I was like, I don't know what this is, but I need to talk to her and figure out what this is. So I reached out to her and she explained, talked to me so many times before I said yes and I would try it. These natural, all plant-based supplements. And she was explaining to me the importance of gut health. And I was like, look, I have never had any issues with stomach. Like, I've never been wanting to have like digestive issues. Like, I don't have stomach issues. I'm not sensitive to my stomach, like nothing. And she was like, hear me out. And then she began to talk about, like, you know how like chiropractors teach you that, you know, your spine is a center of all your health. Like, it's connected to your brain. And then you have all these neurotransmitters that go throughout your body. Well, your gut health is like your gut-brain axis. It's like, it's all connected, like your serotonin, your immune system, all the stuff like starts in your gut. And you, like, the last probably 5 or so years, people have been talking so much more about it, and you hear it, like, you can, it's on not just, you can look anywhere online and find out so much about gut health. You can literally Google gut health, and like gut health with anxiety, Google gut health with, Hashimoto's, gut health with Crohn's, gut health with like gut health with arthritis, gut health with hypothyroidism or hyperthyroidism. Like, you can Google all these things. Hold on, this is not the right color for my face. So you can Google all these things. So anyways, I started my gut health regimen 5 years ago, and like literally helped me so much with my energy levels, like night and day difference. Like, I could get up in the morning, like I get up now I get up at 4:30, but I was getting up 5:30, and like getting up and you feel rested, you feel whole. Like, I remember before I would have my alarm set and it would literally go off and off and off forever and ever, and I would never even hear it, like never hear it. And you could just have this steady energy all day. And it's not a caffeine energy. It's totally different. It's, you just feel whole and you feel good. And so anyways, it's been a journey. So I guess 2 years ago when we had our car accident, you know, your body goes through a lot of trauma in a situation like that. Well, the doctor told me that I could not lift weights. I could not run. And y'all, when I tell you, like, exercise is life to me. I love exercising, coffee, gut health, like those three things are like huge amount. Well, and then my devotions, my time with the Lord, that's number one. As far as like giving me like life outside of like people, my family, of course. But anyways, so I was just like kind of lost, like, what in the world do I do? Because like running gives me energy and all the things. And had just started kind of like lifting weights because I was getting older, and I'm like, I need to start like really focusing on building muscle. And so then the doctor was like, nope, you cannot do any of that. And so that was just like, that literally, it just really was hard emotionally, like mentally, everything. So I met a friend who taught me a lot about macros. Her and her husband were in the military. They were stationed at our church. She like had everything calculated for me, learned about like that was invaluable to me. Like, because as you get older, knowing like where your calories are going, not just calories, but like how much fat you're getting. Is it healthy fat? Is it good fat, bad fat? How much protein you're getting. Protein's huge. Like that's something that I had never done. Like I was the type of person that I would just run like 4 or 5 days a week or even 6 days a week and be good. Like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, occasionally longer, if I wanted to, but like, it wasn't like I had to. And I didn't have to do weights in order to stay in shape. So she taught me about that. And so that, like I said, that was invaluable to me, learning about macro counting and, which I had already done like a class in college with calories and stuff, but that was kind of before macros. Anywho, so then I'm like, finally find my routine again after the car accident, started walking more, started getting into learning more about step intake. So it was, I guess, over the summer, I started noticing myself feeling tired after my workouts. And I would almost get in the bath and feel like I'm just so tired, like exhausted. And I'm like, I'm forgetting things. I'm trying to think, a little moody, and I take so many supplements to not be moody. I'm like, I use like good, healthy supplements, natural supplements, and they've been good for me for so long. I started questioning everything. I'm like maybe it's my supplements because I've been doing the same ones for so long and whatever, even though like, okay, like I have seen healing from anxiety, healing from depression, healing from hormonal imbalance. And I'm not just saying it's all my supplements because I believe it's a lifestyle, but so much of it had to do with my supplements. But anxiety, depression, PTSD, trauma on the body, hypothyroidism, brain fog, extreme fatigue, moodiness, like all it helps your libido, helps so many different things. And so I saw all of these issues and like even infections and other things that I was struggling with, like all of it completely gone. And then I started questioning myself, like, what is going on? And this has been like within the last 6 months. Well, a sweet lady from my church was like, you ought to like just check into this menopause test that somebody gave me, and you can have it. So I did it. Okay, like I'm 38 years old, and it's like a 5 test box. You take one every other day and you track it. And then it kind of gives you your results at the end. Every single one of mine were positive. I would have had no idea. Like I was like, had no clue that that's what it was. So early perimenopause. So, which led me down a rabbit trail and a tangent of studying like 40 and 50-year-old, like professionals who are like wellness influencers talking about like health in your, 40s and 50s. So I have been putting together this challenge because I have found some things that have really helped me. And that's kind of like the whole point of this conversation. I found some things that have helped. I found things that helped me in my 20s and 30s, and now going into my 40s. Hold on. Where's my spray? There's my spray. This is 4-in-1 hydrating spray to set everything. So give me a second. I really didn't want to eat that. I still opened my mouth too soon. Anyways, so I've been putting together a detox challenge. It's a 10-day detox challenge, and I am so excited about it because I know so many women who I have talked with that are facing the same thing. Like, I'm doing all the things, Jackie. I'm doing all the things and nothing is working. Have you been there? It is so frustrating. Like, so frustrating. You pray, you read, you research, you try intermittent fasting, you try carb cycling, you try Mediterranean diets, you try, and I'm not a big I've never been a fad diet person, never, ever, ever. And I'm not an extremist. Some people may think I am, but I'm not. Like when 75 hard was going on, nope, I did not want to do that to my body, so, which now, like, I'm not saying that that is bad for everybody, but for me, I knew I could not do that hormonally. Um, so I've been putting together this 10-day detox, and it comes with me helping you customize your supplements if you'd like that. And then we have an accountability group chat. A group on Facebook. It's a private group. And then we have a habit chart. So we have like basically all the things that have been helping me and have been working and who I've seen work for lots and lots of other women. So I'm going to be sharing more of like all I've done, but I'm just going to share a few things, regardless if you order supplements or not. Like, in order to get in the group, you have to order, your supplement combo, because it's like our wellness group. And so we'll have the challenge in there, the 10-day detox challenge. So this is what I'm going to do and what I've been doing, but I'm going to incorporate it. So basically, if you want, you can do the reset. It's a 3-day reset. So it's a 3-day supported fast, which just helps to restart your metabolism, kind of like just revamp it up. Because sometimes, like when you eat processed foods, which I don't really eat a lot of processed foods anymore, but occasionally I eat like 80-20. But when you're a busy schedule, stress, our environment, like there's so many factors of things that like give you issues with your metabolism. And so I'm going to do the 3-day reset. Basically, it's a supported fast. You get soups, you get a matcha bar, you get a shake, you get your Slim, you get Restore, which Restore is our new really, really popular product. And I used that and literally was seeing like crazy results with taking it. I ran out, and I'm going to start it again in my challenge. But it is like it's the last step, the one I hated the most. With the reset, I'm always like holding my nose, and I still hold my nose the whole time because I'm not a big fan of ginger. It's ginger and peppermint. It's not the greatest, but I just do it in like a little shot. I drink it up really quick, and so that's that. So it's a 3-day reset, and then after the reset, basically it's no sugar and coffee is what I'm going to personally stay away from. But starting the day with like a pre-workout protein, which is our lean shake, is what I'm going to do. Of course, my supplements, and I'm going to, I'll break those down even more, but your supplements. Then the 3-day reset, you don't really work out hard. 20 to 30 minute walk is about the max that you should do, because it's the 3-day reset is tough, mentally, mostly. Actually, I felt like I didn't really feel super hungry, and I didn't feel really, most of the time I take like a 20-minute nap if I'm a reset, during the day, but it doesn't make you exhausted. But anyways, because you don't do caffeine, you get caffeine and you're active. That's about it. But anyways, so after the reset, I've been getting in 7,000 to 10,000 steps a day. So for me, like, I personally love to run, love it. I love how it makes my body feel. Walking is okay, but I know it's so good for you. Like, it's really good for your joints. It's good for your hormones. It's good for your like cortisol and adrenal glands. Like, it's good for you. It's easier on your body. But I personally love to run. And I don't always have an hour to walk and 30 minutes to do weights. Like, to me, that an hour and a half every day is, not every day, but I do weights 4 days a week. So that's the thing. And then 30 minutes worth of steps a day. So that's like 3-mile run is basically what I've been doing, or 2.5-mile run, or 4-mile walk. Some people do 3-mile walk, depending on like if you do an incline. So and then after you work out, you do a really big high protein breakfast. And then I'm going to do, for lunch, because normally I'm still not hungry. Like, I had to make myself eat for lunch. I'm going to do a green lean smoothie, which is lots of protein also. And then at supper, it's basically just a lean meat, complex carb like brown rice, sweet potato. Those are the things I like. There's other things also. And then steamed vegetables. And then your supplements. So it just kind of depends on what supplements that you want. So for me, where I started and what I have used for 5 years is the gut health combo. And basically it just feeds and seeds your gut. So the pink drink, which is literally the OG in gut health, like out of all the companies, we are the OG, like we're known for gut health. Like all of our supplements support gut health, everything, like with no sugar, organic, natural ingredients. So like when you see natural flavors, if you look in our help section, it's from organic sources, but we're not certified organic. We don't do FDA and all that. So, but they are from organic sources. Our natural flavors are from like beets. That pink drink, it's not artificial flavors. So if you're super crunchy, it's very clean, very, very clean. And then, so, anyway, so the 3-step system, it's the gut health combo. And the pink drink is your prebiotic, your Probio 5. I have yet ever to find another probiotic like Probio 5. I also do Vital Biome, which is for stress. It helped me get rid of my depression, helped with anxiety and all the things. That's Vital Biome. But with the gut health combo, it's Probio 5, and it has a special ingredient, a special probiotic that helps fight the overgrown yeast in your body that you get from too much sugar, too much caffeine, too much processed foods, stress, all the things. So like if you ever have eczema on your skin or like skin issues, I did not know that was tied to your gut. Like allergies, tied to your gut. And so that probiotic is what really helps with candida. And then you get BioCleanse in that same combo. BioCleanse, and I'm going to go live when I have all of my ingredients so I can show you them all. BioCleanse is your magnesium, and it's special, like a lemon peel that cleans your gut, that keeps it clean, which is in magnesium, and it so just helps to relax your body and all the things. What time is it? Hold on. Okay, I have to go to church here in just a minute. So I would love to know if you have a question, because I would love to answer it. It's very, very simple. It's not hard. You don't feel starved. It's, you don't feel like, I'm telling you, you will feel so good. Like with the paint drink, you wind up like feeling like you don't even have those cravings. And then there's also, I do the microbiome, which is specifically for gut health, because it helps me if you're dealing with like autoimmune issues, like I was talking about. If you deal with, like I said, anxiety, depression, allergies, asthma, I would do the microbiome pink drink. But if you are only really mainly concerned about your weight, there's a hunger control, and you can definitely do both if you want to do that. And that's probably what I plan on doing. I haven't even tried it yet, but the hunger control now is has a sweet tea flavor. I've done the sweet tea microbiome, but I haven't done the sweet tea hunger control. So I plan on using that at nighttime with my dinner. So that's kind of my routine that we're going to do, the 10-day detox challenge, and we're going to do it in our Facebook group. I would love to help talk to you and figure out what it is that you need. Everybody is different. Everybody's has different things that they're struggling with or dealing with. But I know I struggled for so long, too long. And I struggled by myself in a lot of things. And just, you don't have to spend years researching and struggling, and being so miserable because you don't know what the next step is. And I know sometimes people, still sometimes you just don't ever get the answer, but I know for me, it helped me so much with everything. And so that is what my goal is, to really help women find relief, find encouragement, find beauty in every season. And just not just outward, your whole person, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And I'm telling you, I prayed over my health. I'll never forget that first time when I went to that clinic here locally. I was a stay-at-home mama, and I remember just crying because I could not afford the supplements. Like, I knew, like, to ask my husband, I felt like it was like, I didn't want to have to be in that situation where I was so needy that I had to have those supplements. And back then it was just like $100. I think it was what it was. And it was not even a month's supply. It was like a little bit longer than a month's supply. And I spend well over that each month now, because I get to help other women, and then you have a referral link, and then you share it, and you get a percentage off, or you get cash back, just depending on how you want to set yours up. And so to me, like, I remember praying. Like, I remember that day, I remember opening up the cabinet to take my vitamins, and I remember crying and being like, Lord, will you please show me another way to do this supplements? Is there a way that, like, maybe I can buy them from another company and then I could refer people? I even asked this local place, like, if they would let me work, like, do they let you, like, refer people or something, like, I was, but they didn't do that. Anyway, so when God led me to figuring out that my issues were about gut health, and I had never, like, I didn't even know that was what it was. Like, it was just amazing how God answered my prayer, and how, like, it's been such a blessing financially to be able to have my supplements paid for, and to be able to go on vacation, because you invested in your health, and then you helped invest in other people who were struggling, other people who needed the answer. And so anyways, if that's you, like, if you can relate, please message me. Please reach out to me. Please don't be by yourself. Maybe you say, okay, I cannot afford it right now. I'm a stay-at-home mom. But maybe you're looking for something to do at home. I'm not going to say it's not work, because it is. Like, I'm not one of these type of people that tell you can do it at home and it's not work, because it is work. But I love being able to work from home. That's what I wanted to do. Like, that was my dream, was to be able to work from home. And, like, I guess I've been home now for 4 years, and I haven't worked. And I didn't work before that, but there was like a 2 to 4 year little season where I worked part-time out of the house, and I was grateful, so grateful for that opportunity. But at the same time, my heart, I knew, like, I wanted to be able to, Scarlett, turn that down. I wanted to be able to be home, because my husband's a pastor, and my kids are busy, and we are constantly on the go, and that was, for me, that was one thing why I was like, I'll never be able to be healthy, like, because, I would read all this stuff about clean foods, and, like, and I'm like, we eat at church a lot, like, you have all these functions and activities, and I'm like, I just felt so hopeless and so helpless, because I was like, I don't have time to sit around and make bone broth. And I probably did, but at the time I just didn't have the strength and the energy to feel like I could, like, all the things that you could do naturally, I did juice for a little bit, and that helped a lot, but I don't do that as much as I used to. But like I said, if this is you and you can relate, I would love for you to message me. Let me help you find what you need. Like, let's do this together. And Scarlett, turn it down. I'm not telling you again. But this is it's 60 days risk-free. So if you feel like, okay, I always say give it that 60 days though, because when you're doing natural products, your body has to have that time to heal. It is not like, medicine from your doctor or whatever. Like, as long as you have gone, like, without being healthy to your body, giving your body what it needs, like, it's going to take a while to heal and restore your body. And so anyways, I'm almost done with this makeup, but the one way you can reach out to me is you can message me on Instagram. It is Jackie Marie Carr with an underscore after my name. You can reach me there, and I would love to help you. So reach out to me on Instagram, send me a message, and I would love to set up a time to chat. We could just message, or we could set up a phone call, and I would love that. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you all have a great day. I have to go quickly finish because it's time to go to church, but it was so fun talking to you guys, and I hope this was an encouragement.